I have officially lost 105 pounds, which is 7.5 stone for my UK girlies. And for my girlies who use kg, that is 47.5 kilograms. Let me get into how I have lost the weight. Now, for complete transparency, I've used Mounjaro. I started Mounjaro in April time, I believe, of 2024. How many months is that?
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January.
9 months. I've been on it for 9 months. I'm gonna stay on it until I've lost the weight. So I need to get down to like, I think I've got another 5 stone to go. If I lose another 5 stone, I will be a healthy BMI and I will be a healthy weight. I am 5'7". I started at 25 stone, 5 pounds. So I'm going to give you a bit of a breakdown on my whole journey, side effects, pros, cons. I mean, there aren't really many cons, but I'm going to talk you through how I found it, because when I was looking into starting Mounjaro, the biggest fear was how it was going to affect me long term.
Actually, I had a lot of fears, so I was really worried about how it was going to affect me long term. I was worried that maybe it would cause issues in the future. I was worried that if I came off it, I'd then gain all the weight back. There were lots of things to worry about. But
if I could go back in time and speak to Camilla in April of 2024, I would look at her and I would say, go and get it, girl. I would grab her by those cute little chubby cheeks and I would say, Camilla, go for it, because this is going to change your entire life. I have never been happier. I feel so happy, I feel so healthy, I feel so in control of my life and my destiny. Can you imagine for a second being 25 stone and 5 pounds? I felt like a prisoner in my own body. Anyway, let's get into it. So let's talk about side effects. For the first, I would say 4 months of being on Mounjaro, I had days where I had a lot of heartburn, acid reflux, nausea and fatigue, but none of those symptoms were ever like very extreme. It was always just like it would come and go and it was never consistent. It never outweighed the benefits, and they're really the only cons. From the get-go, my appetite was suppressed. Now, to get to the weight I was at, to get to 25 stone and 5 pounds, you've got to have some serious issues. 1, with your relationship with food. 2, with your relationship with yourself. 3, with self-control. 4, there's probably some like emotional issues going on. I feel like I ate all of my feelings. If I was sad, I would comfort eat. If I was happy, I would eat. Celebrating something, I would eat. If I had a hard day, I'd reward myself with food. On Mounjaro, you don't feel the need to do any of that. I feel very numb, or I did feel very numb to a lot of things when I first started Mounjaro. It couldn't upset me. Diagnosed ADHD, which I feel like that's such a cliche these days, but I am the perfect example of like a high functioning, masking female with autism or ADHD. I have a constant, persistent voice in my head, or I did. Before I was on Mounjaro, I had this, like, they call it the chattering chimp in therapy. My chattering chimp was chattering 24/7, constantly talking. And when I took that first dose of Mounjaro, silence. It was like complete silence from that chattering chimp. And that chattering chimp was a bully. That chattering chimp was very obsessive, very always seeking like an adrenaline rush or dopamine. Sorry, I'm sitting on my knees and I'm a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I was constantly seeking like dopamine. I was constantly seeking some kind of like hit or thrill. I'd get that through eating, my thrill. It was like a little thrill. I'd get 5 Baby Bells out of the fridge and I'd have a thrill. Or I'd get like 7 packets of crisps and it would just be such a thrill. Being on Mounjaro just silences that. Your food noise is silent, your obsessions around food are silent, and you can actually just eat a meal and enjoy the meal for the meal. Whereas when I would eat before, I'd be eating as much as I could, as fast as I could, and while I was eating, I'd be thinking about what I could eat next. Being on Mounjaro has been such a relief from all of my like obsessions around food. Can't wait to see what the future has in store for me. I am so excited to continue on this journey. I think I might stay on Mounjaro for a while. Like, I don't see myself coming off it anytime soon. And then next in store, I really want to get like a mummy makeover. So once I've lost all the weight, I get my loose skin removed from my stomach, and then I want to get an uplift. Not implants, but definitely an uplift. I've been really lucky with my loose skin. My arms, I don't know if I can show you this, but so this is the loose skin on my arm. You can see I'm probably gonna have to get this removed, aren't I? But that's not like my main concern. I think I'm not really fussed about my arms, to be honest, but my stomach, just for fun, like I would like to enjoy having a flat stomach for once in my life. I never had a flat stomach as a teenager. People talk about getting their pre-baby bodies back. I never had one. I've always had a big stomach, so if I lose all the weight, I would like to get a tummy tuck or like a mummy 360. But anyway, we will talk about that when we get there. I'm hoping in around 5 months I will have reached my goal. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Follow along for my journey. I'm going to start posting a lot more on this account. I love YouTube and I really want to start creating content on here. I've been doing it over on another app for a long time, but I am here now and I'm here to stay. So anyway, love you guys and I will speak to you so soon.